Hello, everybody. Namaskar, namaste. Good morning. I begin with offering my pranam to Shri Ganesha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo. Mother leadership is a topic which, from my side, it's a very old one. When I was teaching in EIILM-Kolkata, Joka, I wrote that's long back, almost 30 years. There was an incident in the beauty competition in the world. It was actually drawn from there. I'm not getting into the background of it. We thought that we will do something from Indian perspective if we could contribute to the world of thoughts in terms of the leadership. I'm a very frequent visitor to many American universities since long, more than 20 years. And I know very well, in depth, with personal interactions, first-hand knowledge, not in the only the seminars and conferences, but also deep inside the classrooms in many of the leading B schools and universities of the Western world. Well, I begin with a reference which I have given in one of my later books, Art and Science of Management. There, I've given a reference of 2006, a private meeting, but made very strongly public. I believe many of you should be knowing. Corporate leaders these days are very, very, conversant with the things latest. They're not the leaders of 40, 50 years ago. They are highly knowledgeable and informed. That's what is my perception. And I believe all of you are like that. There was a meeting in the house of Peter Drucker. He was not well. He was visited by Bill Gates. He was visited by Tom Peters. In fact, the meeting was arranged by Tom Peters. Our discussion has been in the news at that time, and it's documented in many literature. I've given direct reference of the discussion in one of my books, as I've already mentioned. In the discussion, it was actually on it is a terminal point of view of Peter Drucker, considered the guru of management, even now, until today. What is his terminal view of management? Meaning, when Peter Drucker used to mention the term management, he used to include the ideas of leadership into it. His view was each manager should have a component of leader or leadership. Without that, a person can't really become a real manager. The discussion was on 2 points I'm going to share. One is the new definition of MBA. I'm teaching MBAs and those who are doing doctoral program in management. I've been teaching since long. So MBA is a matter of concern to me. Peter Drucker came finally to an explanation of that, saying, it's a Master of Business Arts. Master of Business, I've taken 3 minutes. Total is 20 minutes, okay. Right. Master of Business Arts. Now, in the Master of Business Arts, he talked about even the liberal arts, fine arts. It mentioned that the mind, which can dream inside, can dream outside. I thought that it's actually, converging to the point that which I had visualized in 1994, when I thought that, yes, we need to identify somebody who is within us, whom we cannot separate out, whom nobody on the earth can separate out. The image of your mother. The mother who resides within. How to get the mother out? It is mentioned by Rig Vedas. Ataha vai imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prana pravishanti tad Brahman. And how is he? How do you define this Brahman? He is defined in terms of the very small, minute, is smaller than the smallest you can conceive of. Anahu niyan mahuto mahiyan. And also on the other side, the larger than the largest that you can conceive of. Now in the physical world, can there be any embodied personality or any embodied theme where you can have this in place? I thought, okay, I'll try with mother. Not really the mother of mine, but also, yes, of course, but the mother of everyone in the world. And not only the mother of each person in the human world, but also mother of any entity in the, any life in the other worlds. If we call animal world and other worlds, also include that. From there, I thought that I will take out the point of mother, and being in the management, in the role of corporate management, and in the practicing and interacting with those who are going to be the practicing leaders, let's see how does it fit into the corporate world. I'll talk about I come to this, the mind of a mother. Who is a mother? There was a question, is it a biological mother? I said, no. It's a mother by gender? I said, no. Then where is this mother located? It's a mother who is located in your mind, in your consciousness. How to visualize this consciousness? The human being is defined as, in our behavioral science, we have, when we were students, we had defined as a psychosomatic animal. Why animal? Because many people have said that human being is a kind of animal. I don't believe in that. Human being is an embodied personality of the divine. In his or her own way, the divinity is reflected. If it is not reflected, it is dormant. If you find somebody is Ravana, you find that the Rama is dormant in the Ravana. And someday we'll be there when this Rama will come out. So it's the dormant, noble identity of the individual. And the dormant, noble identity, how do you get it out? Peter Drucker had said that day that I find the giving principle which Bhagavad Gita has mentioned, like, through the Nishkama Karma principle, is going to be the ideal of the future of the world. Why? Because we understand how to grab. We understand how to possess. We understand how to demand. We understand how to have our rights ascertained. But we need to now start understanding what's my duty? What's my duty towards others? We need to understand if we can say you as a priority to me, when can I say not me, but thou? If I am in a position to mention that you come first in my design of things, probably I'm a better person. So the mother leader is the embodied motherhood. Look at a mother, the mind of mother. Ladies, so many honorable ladies, you are sitting here. I would urge you upon that you are the best person to conceive and visualize this first, if you could. Then you visualize that a baby comes on earth. I was born on earth. Everyone has been born on earth. Now the first day, zero time, T0, you had a lot of plenty of things. Air, the light, the atmosphere, everything was there. Now what was there available to you? It's a caring place. You got to care. And care with what? Care with compassion. Care with kind of involvement. Care with kind of the idea of oneness is much better, much superior, much intrinsic to involvement. A kind of oneness. Now, the baby and the mother's intent or the mother's design of things inside create a oneness. There you find there so many different dimensions. These would come off at the end. But I come to certain, I'm making quick because my time is gradually running out. The judge is sitting here. So the dimension of a mother. How do we look at the mother? What is that a mother is actually delivering to the world? A mother is delivering to the world this flame, sattva guna. Of whom? Of every one of us. You are a corporate leader. A corporate leader has to deliver this flame from everybody. It's your responsibility. How do you own up? I need to have that belief. I need to develop that faith that yes, here is a person who is there ultimately at the end of everything. If it is a doomsday, if it is anything that what Mr. Kumar has mentioned, that Big Bang in, Big Bang out, that was there in it is there in one of our Rigvedic verse, we can discuss later on, wherein this Lord Shiva came with this, the dance of Shiva, Nataraja. Nataraja, the dance of Shiva, we understand that it was there only at the point of Sati's, that story is there. But it's, at the origin of the Vedas. The dance of Shiva creates the vibration for life. Stephen Hawking recognizes that T0 is a time when the energy was given to the system. If the energy were not given to the system, T0 could not move forward to Ti. Ti happens only when there is an input energy to T0 at the point of T0. And then, Stephen Hawking and Roger Penrose jointly had mentioned that it's not the Big Bang, but it's the other way around. They were not heard by NASA. Only 1,600 scientists were present on the day of voting. Through voting, they had selected the Big Bang theory. Our Jant Vishnu Narlikar and Professor Hoyles, they were denied. And now they are coming to understanding that Big Bang is we need to do some correction on that. They have to. And that's there in our Rig Vedas where it said that time starts with the Nataraj, Shiva's dance. The dance of Shiva is the beginning of life. When the life comes, it comes along with the flow of time. So transactions, transformations shall always occur. It's not only one era that we are living. Transformations shall always occur. Constancy of the changes is a part of our life, is a part of the cosmic system, is an inbuilt thing in the cosmic system. In that, there is a steady thing, which is the mother's mind. And the mother's mind would take you to the understanding of your inner self. You got this Panchakosha, and this Panchakosha will discover your inner things. And when I am having the understanding that here is a person who can be shared with my most intrinsic problems and issues, I find that, yes, I'm a part of this. And who says I get stick to this organization much harder, much stronger than in any other occasions and situations through any other means. You don't have to have any other material means for that. You will find those things automatically generate when people develop faith in you that you are the one whom I can trust. You are the one whom I can bank on. You are the one whom I can go along. For example, I take a story, short story. I've got 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes. Let's take a story of the Mahabharata. Kunti had 5 declared sons, 1 undeclared. And the 5 declared sons, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakul, Sahadeva. Karna was not declared. And they were there, thrown out of the kingdom. They were in the jungle. The mother, along with 5 sons, they were in the jungle. and you have to collect the food to survive. Now, food wasn't adequate. Out of these 5, 5 plus 1, 6, the food was not enough for even one person. So how to do a management of the food? Kunti said, look here, women is, much stronger, much bigger in height, requires more food than you all. So you see, if I divide equally, women will not survive. So I have to make everybody survive. So how to do that? She said, okay, whatever is available, make it half. The first half goes to the women. And the remaining, we take ourselves, batwalenge. So we distribute amongst ourselves equally. This is the principle of distributive justice. Distributive justice, I had a long discussion at the Greenleaf Center for, servant leadership. They did never mention that it was Vivekananda who was the seeding, founder of the theory behind that. I made them understand, and it's now displayed in Penn State, in Kansas, in 4 different centers of them. It's all displayed now. Anyone can visit, and you will find it's mentioned that it was based on samasya samang samayoti dasasya dasaho aham. Vivekananda said, everybody is equal. But in that context, when I want to be a leader, I am the servant of my servants. If anyone is my servant, I am a servant to the servant. This mindset is the ultimate mindset of a mother. How? I had said in one of the convocation of a nursing organization, a large nursing organization, this is not the nightingale, not the sisterhood, it's the motherhood, which was the ancient India's tradition of caring. A sisterhood has a fragmented caring. A motherhood has a holistic caring. A mother is one who can take care of your consciousness. The moment a child comes, a baby comes or not, mothers makes a very long-term projection of the life of the child. My baby is going to be this, that, etc. Long-term dream and imagination across the life of this baby. And then immediately the short-term nitty-gritties. You will find globally there has been a transformation, last 25 years, almost 30 years, close to 30 years. Very new find. It said 1994-5 onwards, the Americanism has flooded the world in terms of the, malls being the major consumer interaction place, where the ladies have started flowing. Ladies find comfortable visiting. Ladies find pleasure in visiting, selecting, choosing, seeing the products of diverse varieties. And the moment they are there, the companies are put on the, you are pushed back to the worlds. You have to be very careful about nitty-gritties of quality. Small fragments of add-on, the pricing, packaging, the diverse combination of the look, and, various aspects. So there has been a transformation in the consumers, white goods, and different types of items in the consumer's place. So I'm not talking about that alone. What I'm saying is when it's the fundamentals, at the level of fundamentals, one can do a lot of corrections on that. And this is what is a model which I've given. I'm not getting into that. Yeah. How to discover this mother? We have these 7 plexus in our consciousness. Human consciousness is a part of the consciousness or global consciousness, broader consciousness or the global consciousness. We have got Panch Mahabhut, Shiti, Apaha, Teja, Maruta, Bhauma. Within the human system, as I began saying that we learned in our behavioral science when we were learning management in the student days, that it's a, psychosomatic animal. I forget about the animal part of it. Then it's a psychosomatic entity. Now it's to be understood in the spirit of spiritual-psychosomatic. It's not just psychological and somatic. It is the morphology, it is the psychology inbuilt in, and everything is guided by the spirituality. And the spirituality comes to you through the consciousness. Consciousness is the determining factor for the lives. You cannot see anything unless your mind is added to your power of vision. And mind cannot perform unless the quality of consciousness is tuned to the mind. And the quality of consciousness is influenced by the overall cosmic system, whether we understand or not. When we do the yoga, tomorrow is the yoga day, I wanted to do a very short, total 11 or 12 minutes of thing, but I had approached, but the time is short, that's why I have abandoned that. I'm not getting into that. But then point is, when you are focusing on, when you're coming to your Ajna Chakra at the point of forehead, at the point of, third eye, there you'll find you can visualize your chosen flower of life, chosen flame of life. I tell you, you visualize your mother, your own mother. When you are in a meditative form, do a meditation and visualize your own mother here, you'll find you'll get an inspiration that I need to fulfill the unfulfilled agenda of my mother to be a part of the world. Don't be a representative of yourself. Be a representative of the world, not just your company, not just your society. I told in a world conference of, in a different forum, I'm not mentioning, that I said corporate social responsibility is the oldest theory. Forget about it. You come up with a concept of human social responsibility. Corporate CSR, we are doing business on CSR. This is not fair. Let us develop human social responsibility, and that human who is a divinely human, not an animosity built in. This Shada review, those things are anger, gluttony, envy, desire, all these things. Leave aside. Think of God, and you'll find you are there as a divine entity in the hand of your cosmic mother. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya.